Hola, mi amigos y mi amigas, los bienvenidos Budget on a Budget. And that is all the Spanish I know for today's Cinco de Mayo themed episode. On this episode, I'll be teaching you how to make Cajun shrimp tacos with mango lime salsa. This is a very easy dish with minimal prep work. First, we're going to begin by defrosting our shrimp, costing $5.64 by soaking them in ice water. Now, for the first step of our salsa, we're going to be dicing our mangoes, costing 50 cents each. Now, to properly dice a mango, we're going to have to cut one side of the mango and stand it upright. Now, when we stand it upright, that actually allows us to cut each of the four sides of the mango a lot easier. Now, when we cut the mango, we have to remember not to cut through the pit. Now, you can tell if you're cutting through the pit when it's almost next to impossible to run your knife through. The next process is we're going to take one of our mango slices and cut it down the middle. Now, when we cut down the middle, we have to make sure we don't pierce the skin. We want to move the knife right up to the skin. Then we cut it across 5 to 6 strips. Same deal, cut right up to the skin. And after we finish that process, we're going to cut one line each side of the middle line. Now, if we're successful, we will actually be able to pop out our diced mangoes and put it into our mixing bowl. Now, our mixing bowl is where we're going to be making our salsa. Now, we're going to actually recreate this technique on the rest of the 3 slices of mangoes. While I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you a fun fact about the mango. In ancient cultures, a basket of mangoes was seen as a gesture of friendship amongst 2 individuals. I don't know about friendship, but mangoes are absolutely delicious and one of my favorite fruits. It really provides that good, sweet taste without being overpowering. So we're actually going to cut up another mango costing 50 cents, but we're going to take some time and use some YouTube magic. Bam! Look at that! Magic! Now we move on to our jalapeno, and it's going to cost 42 cents. We will cut the ends off, and then we will actually cut it long ways so we can remove every seed and vein. This is important because the seeds are actually the hottest part of the jalapeno. And I don't know about you, but I want my taste buds to live to tell the tale. We will proceed to dice our jalapenos. Now, I know some of you may say, Nathan, jalapenos are way too hot to have in a mango lime salsa. And I have to say, yes, it can be a little hot, but it really provides that nice bite that you need to have, especially with the Cajun shrimp. So now we're going to move on to our avocados, costing 78 cents. So we're actually going to cut around the seed of the avocado, creating 2 halves, allowing us to safely remove the seed and the skin of the avocado. What a lot of people don't know is that avocados are considered a fruit and not a vegetable. As we're cutting the avocado into edible sized pieces, the avocado was popularized in southwestern states like California, and they were really important for southwestern dishes like southwestern tacos, southwestern pasta. Can we say rad ingredients for some rad tacos? Now, all puns aside, avocados actually really do provide that good flavor and help contradict that heat. The next thing we're going to move on to is our minced onion, costing 75 cents. We'll add 3 to 4 tablespoons of our minced onion in our salsa. And now we will move to a very important part of the dish, the cilantro. The cilantro costs 78 cents, and we'll start by cutting off the stems. Always make sure you wash your cilantro before you begin to mince it. We will use a chef knife to mince the cilantro into finite pieces. Once finished, we will add 1/8 cup of the cilantro into our salsa. Remember, save your cilantro because it's a secret ingredient to make any dish taste fresh. And honestly, I love cilantro on almost anything with tacos, pizza, creating that fresh taste in any dish. Now, as we put the cilantro in the refrigerator, we're going to bring out the most temperamental ingredient of our dish, and that is the red cabbage. The red cabbage costs $2.45. And as you can see, I'm removing the outer layers. So you can tell the outer layers by the dark color of the lettuce, and you can tell how kind of tough and rubbery it is. So we're going to cut off the base of the roots, cut the cabbage in half, and then cut the cabbage in half again, creating quarters. So as we point out, there's this kind of white looking thing, that is the root. So we're actually going to cut around the root before we begin to slice and dice our cabbage. Now, when we are slicing and dicing our cabbage, we need to make sure that we put our 2 3 fingers behind our knife so we make sure we don't cut ourselves and we create that good, even cut. So when we're dicing our cabbage, we're actually going to end up putting 2 to 3 cups of diced cabbage into our salsa. So you have 2 options. You can make kind of a coleslaw, which is like any strips as I put in, or you can do what my personal favorite is, and that's dicing the cabbage, making it into these little squares, almost these bite-sized pieces. I personally prefer this method because you really get that balance of cilantro, mango, onion, and cabbage all in that taco. And it really provides amazing flavors. So we're gonna add the last ingredient to our salsa, which is obviously the lime juice. We'll be adding 1/4 cup, costing $1.98. We're going to mix up the salsa and we're actually going to put it in the refrigerator and let it chill while we are making the shrimp. This will help provide that nice, good contradiction when we have both the hot shrimp and the cold salsa. So really get those amazing flavors. Now we're gonna get out a baking pan and we're gonna spray it down with Pam or butter oil. And you kind of saw it in the last video. You don't need it, but it is nice to have, especially when you're cooking shrimp, and it makes it a lot easier to clean. So we're gonna actually dump out the shrimp onto our pan and make sure we spread it out evenly so that there's no shrimp one on top of another. And that will actually allow us to make sure that each individual shrimp will be seasoned to perfection. We'll be using Tony Treachery's Creole Cajun seasoning, costing $2.18. This is actually going to be really amazing, especially with that sweet mango salsa, because it really is going to provide all those different kinds of flavors. Next, we're actually going to put olive oil over the shrimp to ensure that there is a nice even cook and that all those Cajun seasonings that we put on our shrimp will actually be captured in, taken, so when you have that bite of the taco, it's BAM! Flavor Town in your mouth. So we're going to put it in the oven for 2 minutes at 350 degrees. And this is where we're going to do our celebration dance. 2 very boring and horrible dancing moments later. Okay, it's enough of that. Now it's time to check in on our shrimp that has been in the oven for 5 minutes. Look at that. Wow, golden brown. And they smell absolutely delicious. Now, for the final part of our dish, we're going to actually form the tacos. So we're going to take the mango lime salsa out of the refrigerator, and we're actually going to be using flour tortillas costing $1.98. Now, it's time to plate. And bam! Look at that. Look at those beautiful colors. The total of the dish was $15.20, and it can serve up to 4 people. Per person, it costs $3.80. If you want to spice up this dish, add verde sauce, which costs $2.98. And this has been Fudge It with a Budget. Thank you guys for watching.